Ever been so caught up in an activity that you lost track of time? When your focus was so sharp, everything else seemed to disappear. This state is known as flow, a concept introduced by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Today, we'll dive deep into flow theory, exploring what it is, how it works, and how you can harness it to improve your life. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a Hungarian-American psychologist, pioneered the concept of flow in his 1990 book, Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience. But what exactly is flow? The flow is the state of being completely absorbed in an activity, leading to heightened creativity and productivity. Flow is a state of complete immersion in an activity. It's when you're fully absorbed, with a sense of energized focus, full involvement, and enjoyment in the process of the activity. It's the feeling of being in the zone. Whether you're an athlete, artist, gamer, or professional, flow can be experienced in countless contexts. It's about being in a state where challenges are perfectly balanced with your skills. What is the neuroscience behind the flow? During flow, the brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for self-monitoring, becomes less active. This transient hypofrontality allows for a loss of self-consciousness and a feeling of effortless performance. Additionally, the brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals like dopamine, endorphins, and anandamide, which enhance pleasure, focus, and creativity. So, what are the key concepts of the flow? Csikszentmihalyi identified several key characteristics that define the flow experience. This video identifies 6 key concepts of the flow. According to Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's flow theory, when these elements align, they create a powerful state of flow, enhancing both performance and satisfaction. One concept of the flow is a balance between the skill and challenge at hand. Flow involves maintaining a balance between skill and challenge, ensuring that skills are neither too overqualified nor underutilized to tackle a specific challenge. This balance is constantly evolving. As individuals enhance their skills through task performance, they must seek new challenges to align with their growing abilities. The second concept of the flow is complete attention to the experience. This is what most of us call being in the zone, when we are so engrossed in an activity that we lose sense of our immediate surrounding. Intense and focused concentration on the present moment is probably the primary indicator that someone is in the flow or in the zone. Another aspect of the flow is merging of action and awareness. This happens when doing the activity becomes almost automatic. According to Csikszentmihalyi, when in the flow, you are aware of your actions, but not of the awareness itself. When in the flow, you lose self-conscious rumination, meaning that there is a loss of reflective self-consciousness. A fourth concept of the flow is losing track of time. When in the flow, there is a distortion of temporal experience, often a sense that time has either sped up or slowed down. Have you experienced a moment where you were doing something you loved and completed, lost track of time? That is an example of being in the flow. Intrinsic reward makes the flow state possible. When the activity itself is rewarding, regardless of the outcome, you are more likely to get in the flow. We all know that one person that will go running or cycling no matter what. They do that because they derive intrinsic reward. They do it because they actually enjoy it and get a rush from doing so. The last key concept of the flow is a sense of personal control or agency over the situation. It is hard to experience the flow while you are not in control of the situation, such as when you are still receiving instructions. To experience the flow, you should be able to self-direct regarding the task. There must be a feeling of control over the task. Next, let's explore the flow channel. Flow channel is that state of mind that keeps a person focused on an activity. To achieve flow, you need to navigate the flow channel, where your skills perfectly match the challenge at hand. If the challenge is too high, you may experience anxiety. If it's too low, you'll likely feel boredom. Flow occurs in that sweet spot where you're pushed just enough to stretch your abilities, but not so much that you become overwhelmed. For instance, when you are just starting to learn a skill, say, playing the piano or jogging. At first, the activity is challenging and requires all your attention to execute the little skills you have learned. However, as you become accustomed to the activity, you begin to relax as your skills match the challenge in front of you. The same process happens when you are learning to drive or ride a bicycle. At first you struggle, but then you begin to enjoy and get lost in the activity. However, if the terrain changes, say you have to cycle in the mountains, you start to struggle again and have to focus on how to do it, rather than getting lost in the experience. What are some of the benefits of getting in the flow? Flow isn't just a fleeting feeling, it has profound benefits. 1. It enhances performance. People in flow tend to be more productive and achieve higher quality results when they are in the flow. 2. It improves learning and skill development. The focused attention you have when in the flow helps you learn and master new skills faster. 3. It increases creativity. Getting in the flow fosters a deeper connection with the task at hand. As a result, it leads to innovative solutions and ideas. Fourthly, flow leads to greater happiness and satisfaction. The intrinsic reward of being in flow contributes significantly to overall well-being. Csikszentmihalyi's research shows a strong link between flow and happiness. People who regularly experience flow report higher levels of life satisfaction and well-being. By engaging in activities that induce flow, you can cultivate a more fulfilling and joyful life. According to Csikszentmihalyi, the best moments in our lives are not the passive, receptive, relaxing times. The best moments usually occur if a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. Now that we understand the benefits of the flow, what can you do to get in the flow? The flow is a state that constantly evolves. This happens because the more you do an activity, the more your skills improve. As a result, you will need a more challenging task the next time. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi identified 5 requirements that can help a person get in the flow. Number 1. Set goals that have clear and immediate feedback. Having a clear objective provides direction and purpose. This, also that you should be able to tell whether or not you are doing the activity correctly. Number 2. Become immersed in the particular activity. This means eliminating distractions to create an environment that minimizes interruptions. Number 3. Pay attention to what is happening in the moment. This means focusing on the process, not the outcome. Enjoy the journey and immerse yourself in the moment. Number 4. Learning to enjoy immediate experience. This can be achieved by engaging in activities you love because passion and interest are key to entering flow. Number 5. Proportion your skills to the challenge at hand. This step is about finding the right balance, ensuring the activity's challenge matches your skill level. Ultimately, you can enter the flow by engaging in activities with a specific set of properties. By incorporating these strategies, you can create more opportunities to experience flow, whether at work, in hobbies, or even in daily tasks. Despite its benefits, achieving flow isn't always easy. What are some of the barriers to flow? 1. Distractions. Constant interruptions can break your concentration. 2. Stress and anxiety. High levels of stress can make it difficult to focus. 3. Lack of motivation. Without intrinsic interest, it's hard to get into flow. 4th, mismatch of skills and challenges. If the activity is too easy, you become bored. If it's too hard, you experience anxiety. Identifying and addressing these barriers can help you create the conditions necessary for flow. For instance, you can set a quiet workspace, stress management techniques, set realistic goals, and find tasks you are passionate about. Flow is more than just a psychological concept. It's a pathway to peak performance, creativity, and happiness. By understanding and applying the principles of flow theory, you can transform your work, hobbies, and overall quality of life. So, whether you're an athlete, artist, student, or professional, remember that the key to unlocking your potential lies in the flow state. Embrace it, seek it, and let it elevate every aspect of your life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on optimizing your life and performance. And let us know in the comments, what activities make you experience flow?